All right, let's move on to the welder. I have not opened this box. I didn't think they could stick a welding helmet in here, so the truck driver and I just opened up that one and left this alone. It's well packed. Comes with I bet it's a regulator. I was right. Looks like your standard regulator from Miller. All brass. You can read the knob, everything well. Now, one thing I had a hard time finding was specs on the gun and everything. I think Baker Gas did one of the first unboxings of this thing, and I don't really remember, but Miller has changed the gun that they're sending with these. They've gone from the Bernard gun to what I believe is their own manufactured gun. It's supposed to use, can be interchanged with the Bernard tips. Comes with 4 I'll take that back. I think this is just an assortment bag. Looks like it comes with 2 45s and 1 35. But there's 4 in the package. My kind of math. Comes with a couple of cheap wrenches. And a pretty heavy gun. It's a Miller gun. Play with that in a minute. Has some instructions. The standard metal thickness gauge. They've been putting in these things forever. Ground clamp, gas hose, and a couple big handles up here. Move this box. Looks like this is the back end, so I'm going to pick it up and put it on there cart. Got my clamping locks. I'll turn sideways. This is supposed to weigh 84 pounds. And I believe this goes through the back end of that. So I'm going to start it going that way first. Like your standard 220 30 amp plug. All right. Sit it down right there. Pour it through this should fit into the little feet, should go into the clamp. There they are. Now what I'm going to do is just rotate that clamp. Goes in. Now this unit, I found out, comes with a 45, 35 roller setup. My Miller 140 and some other ones that I have don't have only use one roller itself. Let's cut this off. That should be the clamp for the unit. It goes out there. Stop. Wants me to go to Miller Weld and register my serial number. I hope it works. When I went online to register that HTP unit sitting over there, it didn't work. Still haven't been able to register it after 3 or 4 months. Maybe Miller does it better. Okay, we'll do that later. Get this in place. The one gripe I have about all of these welding carts, I mean, this one seems to be nice. It's heavy, it rolls well. There's no place to put your hoses and your cords. I can see some area back here where I could come up, bolt onto this and come up here and put me a cord rack. Maybe on the other side. The one good thing about this unit is the power switch is on the front, right up here. Let's go around and get these sides here done. You can't see up. Come on. I believe one of the first projects I'm going to do is put a hose rack on this side. I mean, usually you end up wrapping this around the cylinder, and that's okay. But your ground clamp and electrode gun have no place to go. It looks nice, but it's not very functional. What do we do now? We have basically finished the installation of this. The only thing I have left to do is put on the regulator and the air hose and hook up the gun. Gas line's got a red plastic insert in it. Hose looks to be a pretty good quality. Not too long, not too short. How's that? I like that the back of this shelf unit, auto unit, is high enough to where it doesn't put a big strain on this hose. They could do a better job of wrenches though. Let's see. You get wrenches like this, they're so dadgum thin they hurt your hand. Look at one of the new Craftsman wrenches. I hate them. They are so sharp they'll cut your fingers off if you put any torque on a wrench at all. All right. Let's go up here to the top. There's a little space on the bottom down here where you can keep your cap, it looks like. That'll work. This is 70-25 gas. Hope my frogs aren't disturbing you. We've had some rain and those frogs are going crazy. I think it's mating season. Nice if we had a little tray right there where you could put these wrenches. It's still pretty sturdy. It'd be easy to grab and move around. What else you want to do? We've got that, we've got that. I guess we could get the hose out. Or excuse me, the gun. This hose, our gun, comes with a cover. And a tag that shows me how to install the liner, but then on the other side it says, "Stop, you idiot, it's already installed." So, I like that. This is the 15-foot long gun. It has a 4-pin plug on it. In a minute I'll show you in here. There's another receptacle where you can screw in the, I believe it's the push-pull aluminum gun. Put this inside. Get you guys closer in. The thing I hated about every other review I've seen is you really couldn't see what they were doing. How's that? This is where your spool of wire goes. This is a drive roller here, and then a drive roller up there. You put the wire through, clamp it, and then you adjust the tension here. You can turn that And the drive roller slips right off. That's set up for 35 right there. I need to turn it around so it'll do 045. Now, I'm not really sure. I am now. This gives me a part number for a V-groove drive roller. These look to be like the smooths. So, unless I had another set of these, which looks like it's a 35 wire size solid wire, but it's got them for both sides are smooth and both are equal. This one here has one for 45 and then one for 35. My problem is today I went and picked up a big roll of gas shield 45, and with this epidemic going on, or pandemic, that's the only gas shielded wire they had, not any 35. So it looks like before I can do that, I'm going to have to go get some more drive wheels. So with that said, I think I'm just going to go straight solid wire on this for that now. Check it out. Let me go see what kind of solid wire I have for it. I've got a spool of 035. Remember, without getting some different parts, like a different liner, this machine won't do that. It will write well down to 0.24, but you've got to get a set of drive rollers, and then you also need to get a new liner for the gun. So, this wire came out of my Miller suitcase welder, so I'm going to take and it's kind of dirty looking. I may strip off the first layer, but that's about what we're going to have to use for right now. We'll just take this off. Got a little nub for that to fit into. It's going to have to go like that, and nub will be at the top. I have some spools of 035 in the smaller 10-pound rolls, but they're sealed, and kind of want to get rid of this before I go into those. Your left-hand thread. All right. We'll put this back in, set it up for 35, so it would have to face out this way. I love Miller's way of changing these things. No tools. On my little 140 unit, there's only one drive roller and no turn lock out here. You just push it in, then turn it, and then comes out another set of notches. So let's double check this one. Make sure it's 035. Okay. Cup in there. Now let's finish putting in the hose here. Gun lead. So far, it goes into that little landing right there, but you can still see this flat where they milled it. We'll feel and see there's a flat inside there that index is into. There's not, so that's as far as it can go. All right. There we go. We'll turn that around where the wire's down. We won't hook on things. Push it all the way up in and then tighten down this right here. You can see the end of the liner sticking out that nut right there. This connector goes down here on the bottom. Should index. Goes in and then turns to lock. Down here is the one for the push-pull gun on aluminum. I'm going to keep this, oh heck, might as well use the glove box here. Those are the same drive rollers it looks like that my Miller suitcase uses. Probably wouldn't hurt anything, but when you start new, you might as well start new. I've got my finger in there kind of holding that layer down so it won't strip off and just go crazy. That feels nice and smooth now. Well, I did a little reading. I read online about hooking this gun up and everything, and then I changed my wire, as you can see, because I didn't have the drive roller. So I'm now going to go with steel wire, DCEP and C25 gas and solid wire. So I need to hook the electrodes up with the wire drive lead on top, positive, and the work lead on the bottom, negative. Shows you here. I mean, everything you need to know is on this page. One thing it doesn't show you is the direction of wire feed. I've screwed up already. This needs to be backwards of all my other MIGs that I've had from Miller. This one, the wire comes off the top instead of the bottom. So, it's a matter of turning it around. There we are. feels good. Okay, let me get some electricity. This is the Miller. Well, this isn't the one I thought. Let me read something here and I'll be back. Well, I've been doing a little more reading. I was getting ready to thread this gun and I started looking at it, and I seem to be missing 4 buttons. Reading online for these things, you're going to have to be super careful. Everybody's selling a different item number, it looks like, and little things like the Easy Select gun that I thought I was getting, I didn't. Seems there's a MDX 250 and an MDX 250 Easy Select that works on this machine. Now this machine will do them both, but they cheaped out on me and sent me this one. You guys, you just got to check everything, it seems. Oh well, I've gotten by without it for years, and I guess I can get by with it out of now. But just another one of those things. Well, I was also doing some more reading, and I found out that this wire feeds over the top instead of the bottom like all my other Miller machines have. So I've changed it around. Looks like a nice gun. Unthreads, and you can see the end of the liner, so we should be able to get that wire through there. And this is a 035, so once I plug it in, it should be able to go. One thing I want to show you on the front of this machine is the connections for the guns. Can you see down there? Oh, you guys are shaky tonight. You been drinking? All right, this comes from the wire feed assembly, and for our process, we're going to want it to go into the positive up on the top. Fits in a little slot and twists. Ground clamp has that same little connector, so you can change it back and forth depending on whether you're using shielded wire or not. That's all set up. I guess we're ready to feed some wire through the gun. First time it's ever been powered on. Well, that's a good sign. Nothing blew up. I'm going to get you in here close where you can see good. Like I said, the power switch is on the front. I truly do not like the location of my switch on my HTP TIG. It's in the back. It's hard to find, get to. Luckily you don't use it that much, but I like that up there. It says we've got 246 volts coming in. It's set up for MIG, mild steel 035. This machine will do pulse also. So let's get some wire going through here. Take it. says to set it to 3. There's 3. We pull the trigger. What do you think? It's going to blow up or not? Let me straighten this out a little bit. So far, so good. Well, I can see it kind of, maybe it looks like a little corrosion down the bottom of that. See how it burns when we get there. It's quiet so far, doesn't have a lot of fans going on. I can feel it coming up the cord. There we are. Pretty simple in these guns. Well, that ain't gonna work. Cut it on the wrong side of the pliers. Okay, should be it. Auto set feature. Material and gas wire, material thickness. We'll be welding some 1/4 inch first off. That's pretty good. We'll see. Well, that's all I'm going to do right now. I'm not going to fire it up tonight. Some things I like, some things I don't like. I love how easy this was to put together. I mean, if I wasn't filming and screwing around, I could have had it together in 15 minutes. Just like 10 bolts. It seems well built. I wish they'd put a hinge down here. Now, they've got one up here on this, but down there could really use one, because that's just going to fall off. It's already got dirty from falling on the ground. I like the way this cylinder attaches and leans forward. You know, you can take the machine off the base without having to worry about your cylinder falling off or your base tilting up in the air. Wasn't too hard to get it in. It's got a place for my cap. I do not like the fact that it does not have a single place to put my hoses. But I see some places on the other side where it'd make an easy cord holder, hose holder, so I can get around that limitation. I really wished I would have read more closely the part description about this gun. I truly thought I was getting one with the buttons on it. I do like this about it. The gun swivels. It's kind of a thick hose. That little swivel action is going to be nice. It's easy to run the wire. I wish it had come with a second set of rollers for flux core. Now I've got to buy one of those. The hose for the gas was good quality. The hose for the electric looks great. I don't see any fit or finish problems with the powder coating. It's a Miller. I've always been partial to Millers. You know, it's kind of like Chevys and Fords. All in all, I'm pretty happy. It's been a good day. You know, this COVID virus going around has hurt a lot of people. I'm pretty lucky that I can be out here in the country and still go do things. I pray for the people that have lost loved ones, and I hope this is over soon. The only good thing I found about the COVID virus and this epidemic is I haven't been able to go to a barber in 6 weeks, and my bald spot's going away. Huh. Well, that's it for this. Bring you back when we go to fire it up. I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm going to put some nozzle, heat it up a little bit and put some nozzle cleaner on there so it'll at least start off with a little coating on it. Check it for leaks and go from there. Thanks for watching. Oh, if it gets much worse, my mouth's going to disappear too. Y'all take care. Nice Miller. Oh, what the hell? I can't stand it. I gotta go weld something. I haven't even heard the unit come on. Have you guys? Come on. Kind of picked up in there some. That was just straight across. Tomorrow we'll see.